Since the new movie came out, a lot of people have been wondering why critics hate The Rise of Skywalker and love The Last Jedi. Today in this video, I'm going to tell you why exactly that is. While the cinematography of The Rise of Skywalker was very good, the cinematography of The Last Jedi was one of the best of all time, and The Rise of Skywalker just couldn't compete with it cinematography-wise. One of the main things that critics look for is the cleanliness of the plot, and The Last Jedi's plot is just more concise, compact, and makes more sense as a standalone movie. The Rise of Skywalker's plot is full of callbacks to other movies, and most movie critics aren't diehard Star Wars fans, so they're not going to pick up on those callbacks, and they also don't like the plot relying on callbacks to other movies to further the story. The Last Jedi takes a lot of risk involving the legacy characters of Star Wars from the original trilogy and the prequels, and this is what most diehard Star Wars fans don't like, but the critics aren't diehard Star Wars fans, so they don't care about ruining the legacy of the original trilogy members, and they just like the risk, and the risk did work in the plot as a standalone movie, but not as a whole to the entire Star Wars franchise. Considering the fact that movie critics don't care about the legacy of Star Wars characters, they just want to see a good film, and good films divert expectations, and taking risks like they did in The Last Jedi definitely did divert expectations. Therefore, it was good for the plot for them to take risks in that movie, even though the diehard Star Wars fans didn't like the risks that were taken. There was a lot of character building in The Last Jedi, which The Rise of Skywalker lacked. The Rise of Skywalker was heavily based on action and adventure, and critics tend to lean more towards character building and storytelling, which The Last Jedi had a lot more of than The Rise of Skywalker. And obviously, as the audience score was higher for The Rise of Skywalker, the casual viewer will like more action and adventure than character building, especially if you're not super into Star Wars. The casual viewer will just be able to go to that movie having not seen any of the other Star Wars movies and have a good time watching the movie. So to sum it up, as a film, The Last Jedi works. As a Star Wars movie though, many diehard fans did not like the decisions made in the movie, giving it a low audience score, while the critics did like the movie because of the risks that were taken and because they had no prior connection to the characters in the movie. They were fine with the risks that were taken, and they actually liked them because they diverted their expectations, and they made just for a good movie overall. It is a good film, it's just not a good Star Wars movie. This is coming from a guy that is a fan of The Last Jedi and is a big fan of Star Wars, so I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible, and I do recognize everyone's opinion, and I do recognize the opinion that it's not a good Star Wars movie. It might not be in many people's eyes, but I do like the movie. I do like it as a Star Wars movie, and I like it because it challenges you mentally and it doesn't just give you what you want as a fan. Kind of like The Rise of Skywalker was just really safe. So how I'm going to close out this video, I'm just going to say that The Rise of Skywalker had a very good audience score because the movie played more towards nostalgia and pleasing fans, rather than building up characters and, you know, telling the best story possible. They just wanted to please the fans, wanted to close out the trilogy on a good note, I guess. Critics look more into things like character building and storytelling more than action and adventure and just the way movies look and make you feel. They want an actual good film, not just a good Star Wars movie when they go to the movies. So these are the things that critics look for more than just a casual viewer. This is why the audience did not like The Last Jedi, and while most of the audience did like The Rise of Skywalker, which is totally opposite from the critics, because the critics look at much different things than the average viewer. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure that you like and subscribe and leave a comment on which videos you would like to see next. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.